In the 1800s, students sat on wooden benches, learned from chalkboards, and focused on obedience and reading the Bible. Today, classrooms are filled with computers, smartboards, and standardized tests. As college students, we've spent most of our lives in classrooms shaped by this education system. Understanding how education developed helps us see why we learn the way that we do and why some aspects of education still do not work for every student. As someone who is studying to become a teacher, this topic matters to me personally. I want to understand how education has evolved so I can help create a more inclusive and supportive learning environment for my future students. Early American education focused on religion, morality, and building good citizens, not just smart ones. Puritan leaders saw education as a way to teach religious and moral values. Historian M.W. Jernigan in 1919 explained that early schools were legally required to ensure children could read scripture and understand right from wrong duties. These early laws made school attendance mandatory so every child could read and become a responsible citizen. In the 1830s, Horace Mann's Common School movement promoted free public education for all children regardless of their background or what class they came from. This was a major step toward equality in learning. The 20th century brought new teaching ideas and major reform. This all began with John Dewey, who introduced progressive education, which encouraged critical thinking and hands-on learning instead of memorization. This was because he believed that learners who were kinesthetic were going to learn better from hands-on learning. The Brown v. Board of Education in 1954 ended legal school segregation and opened the door for more equal opportunities. Rosenblum and Race in 1997 explained that public high schools expanded, which gave more students, especially those from working and middle-class families, access to education beyond elementary school. Standardized testing increased through programs like the No Child Left Behind Act, which was often limiting creativity in classrooms. Today's schools have transformed through technology and online learning, but yet they still face those same serious challenges. Beatty in 2010 points out that school funding, still based on local property taxes, continues to create deep inequalities. Wealthier districts have more resources, while the poor ones are still struggling. Many teachers face low pay, burnout, and a lack of classroom resources. This causes teachers to have to pay out of pocket with the low pay that they are earning from their districts. Modern reform efforts focus on improving equity, mental health support, and individualized learning, but as we know, progress takes time. We should all care about the history of the American education system because it explains the system that we live in today. From funding gaps to outdated methods, many of our current challenges began centuries ago. By understanding the past, we are able to recognize what still needs to change so that every student, no matter where they live or who they are, has that same equal access to a quality education. By learning from the successes and failures of our education system, we can be the generation that helps fix it. Together, we can create classrooms that are inclusive, engaging, and fair for all students, which is one that I hope to be a part of. Thank you.